If you're one of those people that wants to fill in the gaps, I'm here to help you with a free resource. Hey everyone, my name is Ruth. I was a teacher for 9 years and now I'm a stay-at-home mom who homeschools. And I wanted to come on here and talk about a free resource that I like to use for gauging my son's understanding of spelling. If you didn't know, there are several stages of spelling that teachers use as a guideline in their writing and their reading and all the things. So I'm going to go over that with you today. All right, so the first stage of spelling is knowing the initial and final sounds in words. So for example, if I were to say bat, the kids should be able to hear the B sound and associate that with B, and T sound and associate that with T. As kids progress, they move on to short vowel sounds where they can start to recognize the middle sounds of words. And our short vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I. After they have mastered the initial and final sounds, they can move on to short vowels, and after short vowels they move on to digraphs, which is where my sons are currently at. When it comes to spelling is a whole nother ball game than reading. A lot of times kids can read and read well, but it doesn't always translate onto paper. So it's good to have phonemic awareness and have activities that you do that help build spelling. After short vowels, there's digraphs. The common digraphs are SH, WH, CH. Digraphs are two letters that you put together that make a sound. After kids have mastered digraphs, they usually move on to blends, and blends are two letters that you put together that make one sound. It's really important to teach kids patterns and word recognition, and you'll see that throughout all of words. There's certain patterns that English follows, so if you teach them how to spell phonetically, that will get them really far, but there's a point where they have to learn different spelling rules and patterns. So blends, common blends are MP, FL, TR, PL, DR, BR, and SP. So did you get those? After they have mastered blends, they can move on to long vowels. Long vowel pairing, AI, A with the bossy E, that's usually how I teach it, I with it bossy E, and IGH. Some other common vowel pairings that you see will be OI or OI, ER, EW, AR, and OW. Those all make different sounds. You might even throw in OU. That's another one that we practice. After they've mastered those spelling types, you can move on to harder spelling types, which are called inflected endings. And the inflected endings would be like your PPING, VING, ED, IES, ED on the end of words. And those are common spellings that you see when you change the ending from a Y to an IES. Those are spelling patterns that you teach explicitly. After that, you can move on to syllable junctures, and that's your RRs, your TTs, V, P, LL spellings, followed by unaccented final syllables. The unaccented final syllables are ER, LE, OR, EN, and AR. These are spelling words that all follow this pattern. If you're interested in what you can do, you can literally Google patterns for that specific word and just have kids do different activities related to following that spelling pattern. One of the things that I'm going to start doing with my boys that I haven't done yet that I want to do is book hunts. We do a lot of reading, so I want them to start recognizing some of the patterns that we're working on, or digraphs in the reading that they're doing and the writing that they're doing. So as many ways as you can make connections with spelling patterns, the better and more lasting those spelling patterns will stick in their head. After unaccented final syllables, you can do harder suffixes, which are like URE, ATE, ENT, IZE, and TION, the shun. This is if these are for like late elementary, your 6, your advanced 4th grader. You can start doing some of these harder spelling patterns. We also have base and root words. Those are always good to introduce starting in elementary. And we have PLES, FORTUN, fortune, confide, CONFID, civil, CIVIL, and pose, POS. And those are some of the basic spelling patterns that you can teach, where you're getting lists of words that follow these patterns. And if you're able to go through the whole entire stages of spelling, you should have kids that are pretty strong in their spelling. If you have any questions on how to gauge where your kid is in spelling, there's a quick test that you can give. If you're interested in that, you can hit me up in the DMs and I'll send you the link that I use. If you're also interested, I can make a video on how to test your kids. It's super simple, it's super easy. These are things that teachers do on the daily just to get an idea of where your kid is at, so you can start supporting them and filling in the gaps. So spelling is really important because a lot of times that's one of the things that'll hold kids up in writing if they're not able to spell. So again, writing is the goal for us in homeschool this year. So we're going to be focusing more on spelling strategies as well as writing strategies. So if you are interested in those, follow along on this journey. Until next time, guys, I will see you. Bye.